Main character, he saves the male lead again. So there was a woman who was accusing the male lead of harming her and her child by running them over on his bicycle, even though her child was the one who was purposely, repeatedly shooting the male lead with marbles. And everybody who was witnesses to this and listening to this was also backing her up, even though the male lead is the actual real victim. They are saying horrible, vile things about the male lead. There's a man who wants to physically assault the male lead. The main character walks in and goes, "Hey, I called the police," which he did. He makes the police know well on what's going on. Especially when this man tries to physically assault the main character, and he goes and tells the police, "Hey, there's a man who's trying to physically assault me who is a minor." Let's just say this woman is doomed because her child wasn't just shooting the male lead with marbles, but the child had broke a rich woman's window of her car. And let's just say when the woman realized what happened to her car, let's just say she lets this woman have it. And let's just say when the police arrive, this woman is not able to escape, especially when there's security cameras proving her child damaged the car and had physically harmed the male lead. And the main character is just sitting there grinning. Unknown to the main character, though, the male lead has already plans to ruin this woman. Himself was planning to full on record the scene and get her, in trouble, except the main character did his job for him. They run into those thugs again later in the story, and the main character, who only has very much quips to himself, just snatches up his man and runs for it. Except they're not able to escape for very long, and the thugs get hold of them. And the main character had called the police, told the police, "Hey, this is our location," as best as he could, because again, he doesn't know where he really is. He just gives them detailed information that as best as he can, like I said, and they're stuck. They're in a corner. They're in danger. And the main character's like, "What are we going to do? It's not like I can fight them because I'm scared of heights. And I put us up in a high place so I can get down there and fight these thugs." And the male lead's like, "Yeah, no, I got this. Don't worry, honey. I got this." So he jumps off the height and basically beats the living daylights out of all of these thugs. So when the police arrive and arrest these dudes, it's handled. So the main character, one of the things he does to get back at the male lead's middle school bully was write terrible reviews on the dude's family's restaurant. He gets his sister to buy 500 accounts so he can leave terrible reviews. And they're all silly, goofy ones, like ones that would just make you have a brain asm because of how just bad they are. Like at first he was leaving horrible, vile ones, and then he's like, "You know what, I'm bored of this," so he started just writing goofy, silly ones. So yeah, he was doing it. And he has a chaperone who is his friend, his grandmother hired to get him around places and play with him and take care of him. And this dude was a school tyrant at the same middle school the male lead used to, so he was able to give the main character all the deets and all the information. Like he's the main character's little lackey, basically. And once he realizes what the main character was doing, he packs the main character up and he gets his lackeys to get on there and start leaving bad reviews too. Like he originally just wanted to hunt this bully down and, physically assault the bully, and the main character's like, "No, we're gonna do it this way." And the dude's like, "Okay, you're actually smarter than, that's a smart, brilliant idea." Our main character, he's a little fox, so his school has a forum that anybody can post whatever they want whenever they want. And the main character decides to be a little troll about it, a little fox about it. He will get onto people's posts and leave troll comments. He will pick fights with people on the forum. And he has gained a fandom, which people call him the scum playboy, because they're like, "Oh, we'll send him love posts and he will send them back seething posts." And it's just a love and hate relationship with everyone on this forum. Like people want to skin him alive. They want to pick a fight with him, and he's just like all cool and collected about it. And he will leave a seething comment back, a nonchalant comment back. Like he is just thriving on their forum posts. He loves just getting people to cough up blood. And since the middle school bully and the first scum ex's cousin had been dealt with before school, the male lead goes into school without these horrible, vile things following him from his middle school. The hatred that he had to deal with in middle school, he doesn't deal with in high school. The main character even sees on the forum where there's girls all adoring upon the male lead. They see him as a Prince Charming. They want him to be in the King and Queen competition. They want him in it. Like, they're all adoring upon him. They're like shining about him. And the main character is so happy that he's going to have a better high school life than he did in the original story. The main character gets his grandmother and mother to move him into the dorms so he won't be staying with his grandma very much. And they moved him not in the student dorms, but in the teacher's dorms so he can have his personal own suite. Because if you were in the student dorms, you would have to share with other students, which in the teacher's dorms, you get your own personal one. And he finds out there that the male lead is also in the teacher's dorms, which he doesn't fully question. That he does question a little bit. He's like, was he in the books? I don't remember. Was he? So that's it. He makes sure that he and his lackey are the male lead's seat buddies. They're the ones sitting by him. And the first Scumex is not pleased by this. He tries getting the main character to move, which the main character is like, yeah, no, I'm not letting your scumminess anywhere near my man. Go off, dude. You don't deserve to sit by him for all the horrible, vile things you did to him, and I know you're planning to do horrible, vile things to him this time around. Go off, bye-bye. Which this guy gets their scummy teacher to try to make the main character move, and the main character uses the headmaster to get this woman to back off. Because again, no one knows the main character's real identity because he can't have the male lead knowing. The only person who knows is his lackey. So everyone thinks he's just a regular dude, but no, he is very high status, and he uses the headmaster to get this woman in line, though it doesn't stay for very long. So the middle school bully is buddy-buddy with the second-year tyrant, and they are at an internet cafe, and they're talking about using the male lead's grandmother and even threatening to physically assault her to get the male lead in line. Because they plan to physically assault him because a girl the second-year tyrant is in love with the male lead, and so they want to punish him for it. The main character rushes over once he finds out through his lackey about this, and he makes sure the second-year tyrant, the middle school bully, and the second-year tyrant's older brother knows he's standing business. Like, he beats the living daylights out of all of them, and the thugs, who has already dealt with the main character twice, had walked in on the situation because the second-year tyrant's brother wanted them to handle the main character, and they're like, yeah, no, we already handled and dealt with him twice, and we ended up in prison. If we deal with him another time, we're going to get a way worse fate. They just walk out of the scene and let the main character still continue to deal with these dudes. And they finally hand over the middle school bully to the main character, and the main character takes his lackeys, which is the lackey's lackeys, the male lead, and the middle school bully back to the middle school, and he makes that dude clean the wall off while the dude is profusely apologizing, literally crying to the male lead. And the male lead gets a, smirky smirk. He's very pleased. He's very happy, like a predator who's just very pleased he found the perfect mate for himself. The male lead was already slowly falling for the main character throughout the story. Like, he is absolutely entranced by the main character. Everything the main character does just enthralls him. He can't wait to see the next thing the main character is about to do. Like, he wants the main character badly. He can't wait to have a taste of the main character. At first, he was suspicious of the main character's behavior. He was distrusting the main character because, again, he has many reasons to be suspicious and distrusting. He had people pretend to be gentle, kind, and pity him when in actuality they would use him or hurt him, or just to gain his influence and status after his father took him back in. But the main character is the first person that sees him for him and is actually supporting and caring to him. So yes, he's very pleased. Like, he wants a big ass taste of the main character.